A series of intense thunderstorms packing destructive winds and large hail carved a destructive path across west and central Michigan late Monday afternoon and into the evening, causing extensive damage to property, disrupting power to tens of thousands, and leaving communities reeling. The most severe reports indicated hailstones the size of golf balls and even larger in some areas, battering homes, vehicles, and crops. The ferocious weather event, which began its assault on western parts of the state before tracking eastward, prompted multiple severe thunderstorm warnings and even a tornado warning in some regions. Forecasters had issued alerts earlier in the day, but the sheer intensity of the hail caught many residents off guard. The storms were fueled by a powerful cold front colliding with a warm, humid air mass, creating the perfect conditions for the formation of large, rotating supercell thunderstorms. The Grand Rapids metropolitan area and surrounding communities in Kent County bore the brunt of the storm's initial fury. Eyewitness accounts flooded social media with videos and photos showing the sky darkening ominously, followed by a torrent of ice. In the suburb of Sparta, resident Elaine Shercliffe described the fast and heavy hail that pounded her neighborhood. "It was like nothing I've ever seen before," she said. "The sound was deafening, like a constant drum roll on the roof." Car dealerships were particularly hard hit, with hundreds of vehicles sustaining significant damage to windshields and body panels. Footage from local news affiliates showed entire lots of new and used cars with their windshields shattered and exteriors covered in pockmarks. Homeowners were left to survey the damage to their roofs, siding, and windows, with many reporting leaks and broken panes. As the storm system marched east, it maintained its destructive power, impacting the mid-Michigan area, including Genesee, Lapeer, and Saginaw counties. In the Flint area, golf ball-sized hail was reported, with local news capturing images of the large hailstones littering lawns and streets. The city of Davison saw some of the most severe conditions, with residents describing the scene as apocalyptic. Homeowner Sarah Hester, who rushed outside to protect her animals, noted the sheer speed and size of the ice, which left her property in a state of disarray. Further east in Lapeer County, emergency services were stretched thin responding to a flurry of calls. While some of the storm activity weakened, it continued to produce gusts of wind and small hail, keeping first responders on high alert. The relentless hail was followed by heavy downpours, leading to localized flash flooding in some urban areas as storm drains struggled to cope with the sudden deluge. The severe weather also caused widespread power outages across the affected regions. At its peak, tens of thousands of DTE and Consumers Energy customers were left in the dark as fierce winds and falling trees downed power lines. Utility crews worked tirelessly through the night and into the next day to restore service, but officials warned that it could be days before power was fully restored to all affected areas.
Start time is in 22 minutes.
Community spirit shone through the devastation, with neighbors helping neighbors to clear debris, board up windows, and protect damaged property. Many residents, though shaken by the event, expressed a sense of resolve to rebuild. Local emergency management coordinators urged residents to stay away from downed power lines and to document damage for insurance claims. Meteorologists with the National Weather Service explained that the powerful hailstorm was the result of a classic setup for severe weather in the Midwest.
OMG, look what it is.
The ingredients, which included abundant moisture, atmospheric instability, and a strong cold front, came together to produce the massive supercell thunderstorms.
OMG.
Within these storms, powerful updrafts carried raindrops high into the atmosphere where they froze and grew into large hailstones, before becoming too heavy and falling to the earth at high speeds. The NWS issued multiple alerts throughout the evening, highlighting the potential for large hail and damaging winds. This was a significant event for Michigan, where we don't always see hail of this magnitude, said one NWS meteorologist. The storm's path was particularly destructive due to its intensity and how long it maintained its power. As the initial shock of the hailstorm wears off, communities face the long and arduous process of cleanup and recovery. Damage assessments are still underway, but early estimates suggest the financial toll will be substantial, with losses to property, vehicles, and agriculture expected to be in the millions of dollars. Residents are advised to contact their insurance providers and to work with reputable contractors for any necessary repairs. While the immediate threat of severe weather has passed, the images and stories of Monday's hailstorm will linger in the memories of those who experienced its full force. It serves as a powerful reminder of nature's unpredictable and destructive power, even in regions where such events are relatively uncommon. Meanwhile, a powerful series of severe thunderstorms, punctuated by massive hailstones and destructive winds, swept across Tennessee throughout much of 2025, culminating in a particularly damaging stretch of weather from spring into early fall. The state, which has seen its share of extreme weather, experienced widespread damage to homes, vehicles, and agriculture, prompting a flurry of insurance claims and a massive recovery effort that continues to this day. The severe weather, which meteorologists attribute to a volatile mix of atmospheric instability and frontal systems moving across the state, produced hailstones of unprecedented size in some areas. From the westernmost reaches near Memphis to the eastern mountains around Knoxville, communities felt the full force of nature's fury. One of the most intense hailstorm events of the year occurred in mid-May, specifically striking Middle Tennessee. Residents of Williamson County, including the city of Franklin, and northern Murray County reported large hail that was described as bigger than a quarter. Social media and local news affiliates were flooded with images and videos of roads blanketed in ice and large, dense hailstones littering residential areas. "It was just relentless," said a homeowner in Franklin, describing the sound of the ice pounding his roof and car. "I've never heard anything like it. It sounded like someone was throwing baseballs at the house." The storm system produced multiple rounds of severe weather. In addition to the large hail, residents reported straight-line wind damage, which toppled trees onto roadways in places like Murfreesboro. The combination of wind and hail left a trail of destruction that insurance adjusters and roofers spent weeks assessing. The eastern part of the state didn't escape the severe weather, with a particularly powerful hailstorm hitting the Knoxville area in early September. Hailstones ranging from 3/4 to 1.5 inches in diameter fell across parts of Knox County, with local media sharing videos from areas like Bearden and West Knoxville showing the impressive display. Some referred to the hailstones as gorilla hail, a term for extremely large and destructive hail, reflecting the intense size and damage potential of the storm. Lightspeed Construction, a local roofing company, highlighted the significant impact on homeowners, emphasizing the need for prompt insurance claims. They noted that damage from the storm, which also included 60 miles per hour wind gusts, could lead to costly repairs if left unaddressed. The hailstorms of 2025 highlighted the vulnerability of property to such extreme weather events. Vehicles, especially those left exposed, suffered extensive hail damage or hail dent. New and used car dealerships across the state faced significant inventory losses. Residential properties, particularly roofing, sustained heavy impacts, leading to water leaks and structural damage. The agricultural sector also felt the sting of the storms, as crops were shredded or stripped by the hailstones. While the full extent of the crop damage is still being assessed, initial reports indicate a substantial financial toll on local farmers. The insurance industry saw a surge in claims following each major hailstorm. For many homeowners, the damage exceeded their deductible, making a claim necessary. However, the process was not always straightforward. with some insurance companies reportedly using tactics to underfund property damage claims. This led to homeowners needing to be vigilant, with some requiring the help of roofing contractors to advocate for a full and fair assessment. Recovery efforts were further complicated by other weather events in 2025, including tornado outbreaks and severe flooding in some areas. This stretched emergency services and cleanup crews thin, but community resilience shone through as neighbors and local organizations helped with the cleanup.
Can you pull it?